chair we can get a bit up here. Yeah, definitely. Bill, get another chair. Oh, this side, Wings.
Walk to the back.
Grandma.
Okay, guys, as we
Grandma.
Mama Haney.
Grandma.
Mama Haney. Hi, that's my mom right there.
Hey, Grandma.
She's yeah.
how are you? Good to see you again. All right.
I know.
All right. Good to
Everybody
see you.
was praying for my mom.
Good to see
Everybody
you.
was praying for my mom. Thank you. Continue to keep us in your prayers. You know what I'm saying? She made it.
Well, everybody, welcome to Team Haney coming in, and an incredible night at the Chase Center. 16,000 people in the Bay Area for the first time in over 2 decades to see one of their own become a 2-division world champion in a masterclass performance. Over to the media for questions for Bill and Devin after an incredible night.
How was it fighting in front of your hometown, the Bay Area, in front of your friends, your family, your grandma, becoming the champion?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, you know, it was a blessing, a dream come true. I've always dreamed of these moments, and the time came, and the Bay Area came out and supported me. So, you know, thank you to everybody that came out.
What's next for you?
I don't know. You know, I want to talk with my dad, and see what's next. But you know, I want to do a fight at 147. But it's a lot of big fights at 140. But I'm into making the biggest, best fights happen in the sport of boxing. That's where I'm at in it. That's where I'm at in it right now. I became undisputed at 140. 135, and I made history, and I'm in history books forever. But now, I want to make the biggest fights happen for, the most money. To be honest.
Who at 140 you want to fight? You want to go up again?
You mean at 147? I don't know. I want to talk with my dad. My dad has, been looking at the 147-pound landscape. So you would have to ask him.
Bill? Who do you want to be? What's next for your chance?
Hey.
Fight at 147.
First of all, I want to thank Allah, for making this all happen. Devin is remarkable, man. He's truly special. And take nothing away from the guys at 130, 140, 147. But when we talk about them, they're good. But Devin is special, and I think he showed that tonight. His ability to handicap a fighter. Whatever the fighter does special, you guys won't get a chance to see it against Devin, because that's just the kind of fighter he is. As far as 147 pounds, when looking at legacy, and so many people right now tarnish the sport of boxing by saying belts don't matter. We look to continue being a legacy, Devin being a legacy fighter. 147, he went up from 135 and challenged 140-pound WBC champion, and he has the ability to go up and be a 3-division world champion and undisputed at 25. And I think that's a Hall of Fame statement, and that's one of the options that's on there. He's creating, he's something special, man. So I can't say enough about him.
Bill.
Devin, congratulations on the win, on another achievement.
Thank you.
A record was broken tonight in the fewest punches landed in a title fight. Regis only landed 38, which was previously said by Edwin De Los Santos. Obviously, this just goes to show your skills. Want your thoughts on the phenomenal performance?
Yeah, that's a good record to, set. That was part of the game plan, was to, go in there and handicap him, of his best, his best things. And his best thing was his left hand. That was his bread and butter. And we took it off the table. And I don't even think he landed that many punches. What was it, 38? I don't remember, him even landing that many. So, yeah. No, I wasn't surprised. I knew that if I went in there and stuck to the game plan, and I was in there disciplined, and it would work out. But like I said, I knew that I was levels above him, and these guys, I'm levels above them. But I was killing myself to make 135 so much. So I would get into a fight. I would go into the fight and I would be depleted. I wouldn't be my best self. So now I'm able to go in there and be the real Devin Haney.
Devin Garcia with Fight Hype. Obviously there was a lot of build up for this fight. There was, a lot of talk on both sides. But after, like you said, you anticipated Regis coming up to you in your victory. What were some of those words that he shared with you? What were some of the things you guys exchanged in that ring after the fight?
No, he told me that I was like super fast and super sharp, and that was it. But I want to talk to Regis. I wanted to tell him. I told him thank you for the opportunity, and giving me a shot at the title.
For sure. Just one follow-up question. Immediately after the fight, champ, Ryan got on Twitter. He talked about potentially fighting you. What are your thoughts if you stay at 140 on potentially fighting Ryan Garcia?
I think that's a possibility. That's a mega fight. I've been calling out Ryan for years now, so it's good to hear that he finally won a fight. It sucks that it came after he took a L, but it was only a matter of time. But now he finally want to call me out. But at the end of the day, it's still a big fight, and like I said, I'm willing to make I want to make the best fights, biggest fights happen.
So calling you? Did he call you out, or is he calling for clout? Because he got your number.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean? Why are you talking to them? You know what I mean?
what's crazy, I seen Ryan maybe right before I went into training camp. He didn't say nothing about fighting me. So, no, I literally was shopping in LA and we ran into each other at the store. He didn't say nothing about fighting. Honestly, I don't remember which round. I knew that I had him hurt a few times, but I don't really remember what round it was. But yeah, I do remember getting him hurt. Yeah, no. I was going back to the corner. I wanted to fight. I knew that I could hurt him. I knew that I was hurting him. But every round, my dad would. I went back to the corner. My dad would say, "Just stay focused. Keep sticking to the game plan. You beat him easy. Keep breaking him down." And that's what I was doing. And it comes with experience. In the Linares fight, I was breaking him down. He was going down fast, but I got too greedy and. That's when I got hit with a shot that I shouldn't have got hit with. So in this fight, with the experience, we just stuck to the game plan. And if the knockout was to come, then it was going to come. But we didn't want to get too greedy.
Devin, talk about your power. Talk about your power and just, like you said, you hurt him a couple times. You dropped him. Obviously, he was saying that, you didn't have power. And 140 it seemed to behind touches a little bit.
Yeah, no, like I said, at 135, I was depleting myself so much. And, I couldn't understand how I was hurting, guys in the gym, every sparring session. But I get into a fight and my power wouldn't be there. But it was because I was just depleting myself so much, killing myself to make the weight that I was leaving it all, in the gym. In this fight, I wasn't even, trying to, punch hard and I was hurting him, knocking him down. And I knocked him down and stuff like that.
Champ, you've been lauded for your skills, obviously, and like you just said, power has been a thing that some people try to knock you on. What do you think this fight, what kind of statement this sends to the rest of the division in terms of your power and some of the guys who have thought?
No, I mean, I just showed that I got it all. I got the power, the speed, everything. It just depends on what I want to do. Mike, what's your question?
Congrats on the performance.
Thank you.
We've heard all the critics say that you don't have power, you can't take a punch.
Mhm.
What do you say to them now?
Like I said, I'm a complete fighter. But they gonna always say something. First they said I couldn't sell, then I just sold out. 16, 17,000. They said I didn't have no power. I went in there and I dropped them early, hurt them multiple times. What they gonna say now?
Devin, and congrats on a superb performance.
Thank you.
You and Tio are now the top two guys in the division. What are your thoughts on that? When I asked him about it, he kind of laughs it off. What are your thoughts on that fight?
I want to make the best fights happen. If we can make the fight happen and it makes sense, then we can make the fight happen. Like I said, the biggest fights for the most money.
I wanted to ask you a question. I'll take my answer from either you or Bill. Tank made a reference saying, well, it should be sold out because you had tickets for this amount of money and that amount of money. I just wanted to get a response from either you or Bill.
Tank don't want to fight because if he really wanted to fight, then he would be trying to build up the fight instead of trying to not knock it down or try to say, oh, I'm only selling because of this or because of that. If he really wanted to fight me, he would be making it that it's a big fight and it's the best fight for boxing. But he only talked down on the fight. But like I said many times, they say everything but let's fight.
Nobody has outdid Devin. In terms of Tank's dance partners, you know, you don't have to down the other fighter to validate what you are and what you bring to the table. Tank and his team have consistently lied to the people. They've created this narrative that because you make money or because you charge the people some astronomical money for a fight that you know that the guy is going to lose because obviously what is it when the betting line doesn't even reflect as much money as that the guy is charging. So the message to all the fans: stop letting Tank and his team piss on your head and tell you it's rain with these fights, these insignificant fights. You know what I mean? They're saying it's for the culture. Devin represents the culture and represents boxing and what boxing should be and what boxing is. Hey, the little lady with the braids. Next.
Belsy Welzy. Yeah, I went in there and I was real disciplined. I made it easy as possible. You seen some of my infamous sparring sessions. So you tell me, do you think that it was a sparring session?
How much longer you think until you're number one pound for pound?
I don't know. I put it in Allah's hands. I'm not rushing nothing. I'm still young.
Don't down and crown him.
25 years old. It's only a matter of time. Inshallah, I'll be number one on that pound for pound list. But I'm moving. I'm climbing the ladder.
No other fighter has done what Devin has done, crossing the pond to become undisputed, coming up to another division and fighting the hard-hitting, arguably no one, the boogeyman, no one wanted to fight. He's the number one fighter right now, pound for pound. I know, no slight towards Terrence Crawford's performance, but if Errol Spence was depleted and he has to go up to 54, how much fucking credit can we give him for that fight?
And I feel like I'm, at this point that I should be fighter of the year. But not only that, not only that, they don't want to give my dad credit, but I think my dad deserved credit, trainer of the year. They when they mentioned the best trainers in boxing, I don't understand because they never mentioned my dad, but he is the best trainer in boxing, and it showed. Look, we just went in there, went up in weight, and fought arguably the best at 140 and pitched a shutout, didn't even get hit with nothing, handicapped him. Come on now. My dad deserved trainer of the year, and I deserve fighter of the year.
My mind went to working just now. When you guys are talking about 47, and you just mentioned the Crawford comparison, is that a fight even us worth thinking about? Haney and Crawford at 47? If Terrence, he's going to rematch Spence, but if he were to come back at 47.
You know what? My nickname for Devin is Superman. And anything is possible. But let's move this thing the way that it's supposed to move and give him credit for this fight tonight. But don't look at like a far-fetched possibility of him going up to 47. He's the boss. He'll get a chance to decide. Of course, Eddie will do his best to put things on the table. We'll strategize and give Devin a chance to look at it. But I keep hearing this Ryan Garcia shit. Is that real, Eddie, or what?
It's come from Oscar, which doesn't necessarily mean it's real. But Ryan said so as well. But listen, that's a great fight. I think Ryan should be chasing the champions at 140. He should be chasing the number one in the division. And Devin's the number one in the division. So, I do think, looking back, I think people don't quite understand what Devin used to do to make 135. Like when I used to work with him before he had to go over the other side and rob the bank, he was done at 135, and he went on to have 3 more fights at 135. 2 of them was traveling to the other side of the world to make weight. which I think is an incredible achievement. And he's right. There is no way he could have fulfilled the potential he had as a fighter at 135. And I think for years and years, like we chased the Ryan Garcia fight. No one wanted to fight Devin Haney. And everyone uses the excuse. When you've got a really good fighter, everyone uses the excuse. Oh, they just don't sell. It's not a big enough fight. No one knows who he is. But he's actually gone to Australia, become undisputed, come back. You know, those fights that he had, beat Lomachenko. Now he's sold out in a city that hasn't had boxing for 2 decades. Who else can do that in boxing?
Eddie, you remember when you told me, you said, it was me and you said, I just think he might be too good, mate.
But that's what, you know what? But when you're too good, the only way you can entice people is by making sure they get paid to get beat.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So that's what happens. So now people are seeing the draw. People are seeing the size of Devin Haney, maybe even Ryan Garcia, and going, you know what? That's a big fight. So if I get beat, I get paid.
Does every fighter that he fight get their biggest payday?
Yep.
So you see, and we have a strong team like Matchroom and Eddie behind us in the zone. So you see every fighter gets their biggest payday, but then there's not the line around the corner. Devin is truly the best fighter on the planet, and I'm so happy.
It's a funny thing too. Is a funny story. You know, I got a message from Oscar yesterday, Oscar De La Hoya, and I was surprised. He wished me luck. He said, he said, good luck, you know, do your thing. And I scrolled up. I looked at the message before, and the message said, "I told him to fuck off." so it was funny, but I told him, you know, thank you, you know, him being a legend and him wishing me luck in this fight.
Bill, Devin, Aaron Tolentino, Concord TV here in San Francisco.
Absolutely.
Was fighting here at the Chase Center part of that bucket list on your master plan of your career, and did it exceed your expectations? And what did you think about the overall today?
Yeah, no, definitely was on my bucket list. When I was talking with Eddie about, you know, where we could do the fight, it was either here or what was the other place? Atlanta. Yeah, those were 2 places. But I was like, I know that the Bay would come out and support. I think we should do it there. And Eddie said, you know, I'm up for it. Let's see. Let's do it. And I asked Eddie. I said, yes. Day before yesterday, I said, Eddie, how many people did you think I was gonna bring out? He said, mate, 7,000. He said, I'm not gonna lie to you, 7,000. I said 7,000. But we did a great job, and we sold it out, and we're gonna bring back some more fights, inshallah.
Are you more proud of yourself knowing that this is not a boxing city, it's not Vegas, it's not LA? You're still able to pack the seats in the Chase Center?
100%. You know, the Bay Area is behind me. All my people came out, my day ones, and no, for sure, I'm happy with the turnout.
Bill, can you speak on that too?
How about fighting here again?
Yeah, no, for sure. God willing, inshallah, you know, we do more fights here, more big events, possibly the next. My 2 places that I want to fight is either, you know, in Saudi Arabia or back here.
Yeah, noticed during the ring walk, you were very serious, not the typical smile. Why was that? Just focus?
Yeah, I was locked in. You know, he said a lot, and I was ready for whatever, you know. I was just, you know, the whole day I've been locked in, entering the arena, you know, to the walkout. I was ready, and it felt a little different, you know, walking first. But we not gonna have that problem no time soon again.
Hey, look, we had to get a routine. No, that's funny because, you know, we're so used to saying and still. You know, it was getting used to saying and new, and then to come out first. You know, me and Devin, we didn't have necessarily our routine together, so we kind of improvised, but we did good.
My dad said, Regis was walking out. My dad said, "Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Don't even look at him. Don't even look at him." He said, "When you turn around, look at him. But all that other shit, don't look at him." But he was doing his walkout and doing all his shit. And I said, "Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. What he's doing."
Oh yeah. Great. Oh. Oh, thank you, Queen, for pointing that out. Shout out to our team who did a tremendous job, Shamar Canal and Amari Jones. You know what I mean? Yeah, so both Shamar made New York proud, and of course Amari, hometown guy. You saw everyone was saying, his name and everything. He's made us and the city quite proud, and we expect some big things from them as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is all part of my, my father's plan. I'm just following protocol.
Couple more guys. Last two.
Jones' victory and the way he did it inspired you to do yours even better.
Yeah, no, I told him, I said, he just told me in the locker room when I was getting dressed after the fight. He said, I'm proud of you. I said, no, I'm proud of you. You motivated me when you went in there and knocked him out, and you did everything that you said you was going to do. That motivated me. That gave me that extra push. But that just explains our relationship. Me and Amari Jones. We push each other. We push. Yeah, that's my twin for real. That's my twin for real. Every day in and day out, we push each other in everything we do. And it's a testament to his work ethic. No matter what time, it could be 3, 4 in the morning or whatever. I tell him, hey, Mark, let's run. He get up every time, never complain, never nothing. Hey, we finna do 3 workouts today. Okay, he's with it. And not many fighters, on that's in the building stage is willing to do that. It's different when you're fighting for millions and millions of dollars and that's your motivation. But he's a part of the building stage, and he's the future.
You had 2 fights out this year, you had 2 fights last year, and I think pretty much all of the years in recent memory. When do you want to be back, and what's your plan for next year?
Yeah, I just want to take some time off, spend some time with the family. I had a hard training camp. I've been in training camp for, in training camp for 10 weeks, but before that I was training, and I've been very disciplined and, focused. So I just want to take some time off and just rest and relax, let my body recover. But before I leave, I want to give a special happy birthday to my chef nutritionist, James Lockwood. He's done a tremendous job with me time and time again, fight after fight. Ever since he came, my fights have been getting easier. My weight cuts have been getting easier. He's the best at what he do. I'm the best at what we do. We the dream team. Undisputed nutrition, baby.
Last.
In the build-up for this fight, Regis made it a point to say you wasn't from here, and he stated that when he was running, people was chanting him on and beat you. But during the fight, we heard the crowd numerous occasions chanting your name. How did that feel?
Man, I'm just a private school kid, man. That's all, man. That's it. That's all I can say.
Dev, obviously during camp, I know you lost a team member. Saw the picture of you and Tommy Smalls in the locker room. How much motivation was that, and obviously dedicating the fight to him?
Yeah, in the beginning of camp, I lost somebody that was super close to me, that was living with me, Tommy Smalls, and it really hurt me. I was going through it, I was still working out and still, but it was a tough time for me, but eventually I just used it as motivation, and I just remember everything that he would tell me. His voice would play in my head, and I definitely, this victory is for him. I wish he was here, but we will meet again, inshallah.
Last question, Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've always been in conversations, and Bill has, and Devin has, with Saudi Arabia. Obviously, there's a tremendous movement there now with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. I spoke to him tonight, actually, and he knew I was here. He was watching. He posted about Devin as well tonight, and he wants to bring the best fighters to Saudi Arabia. And as you've seen, there's not many better than Devin Haney right now. So, I feel like 2024. Saudi Arabia is definitely on the destination list for Devin Haney. Ladies and gentlemen, great performance. 2-division world champion, Devin Haney.
1 seconds out.
Yeah, so